Hackers have found a way to steal vehicles with a laptop, and experts warn this new cybercrime called car hacking is not going away anytime soon. As cars become more modern by becoming autonomous, thieves are taking control of cars' electronic systems in the blink of an eye. Well, cybersecurity expert Scott Schober joins us now to explain. Scott, this is just getting ridiculous. I got to tell you right now, forget all this technology. I'm going back to a Model T.
Yeah, you're a lot safer if you have Model T, that's
Absolutely.
for sure. Yeah.
Tell us about this. I mean, you know, you find something here that works well for humans, and evil just finds a way to just ease its way on in. Talk to us about this.
Yeah, absolutely. For all the good, there's a lot of bad, too. Once the bad guys see this and the cyber hackers look at it, they take it crazy. And if you think about it, the last couple years, cars have become connected. They have wireless connectivity in all of the cars, and all the major manufacturers, the last 50 models that have been introduced, they have a cellular modem inside which allows it to talk, transmit, and receive, just like our mobile phones do. So car manufacturers and service departments can see the car. They could send you updates if you need to have maintenance or your oil change and things like that, which is really the main reason. Of course, cyber thieves are taking advantage of that and saying, now if I want Mr. Jones, I can actually shut his brakes off or shut his engine down or cause other havoc with the airbags or things like that if they wanted to.
We can go back maybe as little as 5 years ago, Scott. I remember, like, if you were in a parking lot somewhere, like in a shopping center, and you activated your little remote.
The key fob,
somebody might be sitting, like, 10, 15 yards away. They got a hold of that signal there. They can get into your car that way. I mean, this obviously is more high-tech.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is certainly a fear of many people. And people have even protected their key fobs and put them in shielded bags so nobody could steal it when they press that magical button there and get the code and try to steal the car. This is the next level and the next threat where they really could get inside the ECU, the electronic control unit, which is in every single car, and that's the brains of the car. That computer, if they can hack into that, it's got about 100 million lines of software code, the average car. They can do all kinds of things, put a virus in there, or again, control your car. That's scary.
All right, well, it's show and tell time here on Arise Xchange, folks. And Scott, you brought some little gifts here. What do we have here?
Yeah, well, the traditional cars from about 1996 till present all have an OBD2 port, and this is a simple diagnostic port. If you take your car for service, you could plug this in.
Right.
Cyber thieves and bad guys can also plug this in, and they could do a lot of damage as well. They could load viruses in. This is a physical threat, so they have to be inside the vehicle so they could load in viruses.
Well, that's harder to do, though.
Much harder, exactly.
Unless you have a thief in the auto mechanic
There
shop.
you go, and that's a fear. You got to be careful. If you leave your car for a week or two and somebody wants to hack it, they can do it that way. Not as popular. Now, the wireless hack is what they do. And you think about it, it could be done through Bluetooth. So we sell a Bluetooth device here called a Mantis. And this actually allows you to see if something's Bluetooth discoverable. So we sell this to law enforcement, Secret Service, different groups like that, where they could actually look to see if somebody brings a phone into a secure space, or you could look at a vehicle too.
How much does something like this cost?
It's around $1,000 here.
So what about Joe Q Public? Can they get their hands on something like this?
Anybody could buy this, and even for a couple $100, many cyber thieves can put together their own hacking tools, actual hardware that wirelessly can hack into your car. And that's a real threat and scary.
You know, we're talking about Target and credit cards and stuff like this. Does anybody want to work for an honest living these days? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anymore. And I think with some of the wireless connectivity, it's easier and easier to cause havoc, to hack into things, and to get into people's privacy. So it's concerning. All
right, now, how do you protect yourself? This I obviously can identify something, but I mean, is there anything that you could do prophylactically to make sure that something like this doesn't happen?
Well, there's not a whole lot, and that's what's really concerning. If you have a modern car, you can talk to the manufacturer. You can ask them, hey, could you shut off the wireless connectivity while it's not in use? And there are settings where they could do that so nobody can actually hack into your car. But not many people do that. Not many people are even aware that there is wireless chips inside the car.
Okay, remember that movie Network? When the guy sticks his head out of the window and says, I want everybody here to open up their windows. I'm mad as heck, and I'm not taking it anymore. Why don't we tell manufacturers until they can come up with something to stop this stuff, to stop producing this stuff, because everybody's scared now. We don't know what to do.
Yeah, you make a good point. In fact, it should go back to the manufacturers of the vehicles to implement better security. Put some encryption on there. If you talk to all the major manufacturers, they say, oh, it's secure, but again and again, they've done different tests to see how quick they can get into a vehicle wirelessly, hack it, shut the brakes, shut the engine down. It doesn't take that much. So they need to put better encryption and security measures in all of the modern vehicles.
With this coming, I got to ask, what possibly could be next? I mean, they can just vaporize your car, and you have nothing left. They can find a way to reassemble it and get money out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. The old days of picking locks and stealing cars and selling it for parts is gone. It's all about hacking now and causing difficulties to people.
I would like to go back to that show, It Takes a Thief. I could deal with that. Mr. Schober, thank you much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me again.